I would like Brother Ron to come up to the stage and present his show. Brother Ron.
Welcome to What Is It? The #1 show in America, because you, the audience, are the contestants. And tonight, and you can win the grand prize. This is it. The grand prize, the fastest way to create a memorable speech. And this is the deluxe edition that has already got pre-underlined parts. Okay, the way it works. The way it works.
It should work. Oh, okay.
Okay, so you listen to the clues. After the last clue, well, what is it will come up. The first person who yells out what it is wins the grand prize. Are we all set? It is the first two-dimensional item ever discovered. It expands when cooled and contracts when heated. It's 200 times stronger than steel, harder than diamond. A barrel of it will only weigh 5 pounds. It's a great electronic conductor. You got it? The last clue. Currently costs $3,000 an ounce American, but you can make it at home with a piece of paper, a pencil, and some Scotch tape, and a lot of time.
MacGyver.
Well, what is it? I can't hear you.
MacGyver.
Okay, I guess I get to keep the book. It's graphene.
Oh.
Graphene, believe it or not, is the lead in a pencil, but down to one layer, one atomic layer of it. It looks like this and forms these, looks like chicken wire. You can't see it, of course. These are the guys who discovered it. They were knighted and they won the Nobel Prize for Physics. They did just what I said. They got a piece of paper, a pencil, and some tape, lots of tape, because when you draw a line on a piece of paper, it is 3 million thicknesses approximately of graphene. And they got tape and they just kept taking it off until there was one layer left. That's a lot of tape. Why is this important? Well, it's got most of the scientists in the world really excited. This is the best thing that's happened. And to prove it, the first year, this is the year it was announced, there were 7,500 patents already introduced. This stuff is unbelievable. Here's some uses. I first learned about it through EVs, electrical vehicles, electronic vehicles, battery-operated cars. If you have, they all run on lithium-ion batteries. The problem is they're not as good as they'd like them to be. They're heavy, and they take a long time to recharge. If you use graphene instead of lithium, it'd be much lighter, would hold 30% more charge, and it would charge in 1/10 the time. Okay? So we can have cars. We can also have, I don't know if you know this, in 2015, Airbus built a plane with 2 electric motors, and the wings were full of batteries. And it flew across the English Channel. Why is that important? Have you ever stood at the airport and looked up as a plane takes off? It looks like 100 diesel trucks just took off. It's all that pollution. Graphene is incredibly strong and incredibly light. You can now build a plane out of it, use the graphene batteries, and within 10 years, they're going to predict that all planes are going to be battery operated. Okay, another big problem we have in the world is global heating, global warming. Of course, it doesn't exist. But if it did exist, we got to get rid of the CO2, right? We can then have a filter made out of this stuff, and we could capture CO2. And I thought about it. You're a factory, you pay millions of dollars to try and get rid of this stuff. But get this, let's say you had a cheap filter, you capture this CO2, and you now sell it to Brampton Brick. Because now they're making cement bricks and injecting CO2 where it has a chemical reaction and makes stronger, lighter bricks that dry instantly. How does that turn a negative into a positive? Water. You notice there's a lot of people in the world, and we eat, and there's more people, and we need more food, and for us and for the food, we need water, right? So, it's a natural. If you went to a puddle, scooped some up, put it into a bag of graphene, heated it slightly, what would come out would be water vapor and nothing else. So, instead you take your bag, you go to the ocean, scoop up some ocean water, dump it in, and wind up with pure water. Okay, now it gets really interesting. This stuff is wild. Remember the 7,500 applications, right? Solar artificial skin. What the heck is that? Okay, you've been in the war, you've been shot, you lost your arm. They give you a bionic arm, and now they can hook it up to your nerves, and you can actually run it, right? But the problem you have, if any of these people walk up to you and go to shake hands with you, they might crush your hand because they don't have any feeling. So at the University of Glasgow, they developed, it looks like a glove, you put it on, you hook it up to your nerves, and you now have feeling. You can now pick up a dime, you can now shake hands. Okay, I'm going to run over. If anyone objects, I got two really good points I want to make. Okay. The next two big things are medical sensors. Graphene is so small, it's one molecule, one atom thick. So what they can do is they get little bits of it and attach the things that detect cancer or other diseases. And they put this through your body and it will detect right down to one cell of cancer they can find now. They can take that technology and now they turn it around. What they do is they now take whatever kills the cancer and puts it on the little tablet. You now take it and it goes into you, goes right into that cell. Here are some proof sources. Oops. This is the cancer. This is what they attach to it. And this is what they're looking for. Okay? You can see all the different types of cancer they're working with this concept with. And just one more slide. This is actually the flying carpets are actually the graphene with stuff attached to it, the cancer-fighting agents. This is the nucleus of the cell, and this is the cell wall. So the graphene is so small, it goes right through the cell. And you notice it starts distributing the cancer-killing stuff. It's really, really exciting. There's a lot more. Things like they can prevent epilepsies. They're now testing it for if people lose their vision because of the retina, they can now put in, they're working on artificial retinas. Just remarkable. And what's even more remarkable is they've done this for carbon, right? But they now have it for about 5 other things like, we got it for silicon, boron, uranium, different elements. So a whole wild world out there, because now we're attacking problems at the atomic level. I'm sorry no one won the book.